everybody, welcome to the show. I've got some really good stuff going on today. Welcome, yeah. I'm going to get into the show in just a bit. You guys are going to dial in for me here, I guess. Yeah. Let's see if we're in Chrome. We are. All right. Yeah. Let's take a look at the Vaughn chat room. There it is. Yeah. And then we're going to open up Opera. So today we're going to be using an onion, right? An onion. Hang on. Nice onion that's ready to eat. Okay, we got our organic onion going here. Hi, everybody. I'm David Sponheim. Mongolian beef rice is the deal today. Come on, man. You know the deal. Come on. You know? Okay. I hope you can hear me okay. Yeah, we're going good. We're not clipping. Let's take a look at the breadboard. I'm looking at the breadboard. Looks okay to me. Okay, we're going to put this on the breadboard. And we're going to put this camera on the breadboard. So we're going to work with it. You know, have you ever gotten this rice? It's frozen and it's already pre-cooked. And Trader Joe's sells it for 3 bags for like $5.49. It's a really good deal. Sarah and I managed to get into a Trader Joe's the other day. We were lucky, man. It was like, when I've got a picture of their front, I'm going to show you later tonight, they've got like a devil with a mask on in front of their store. Trader Joe's, yeah. Now that we have Joe Biden, we can talk about Trader Joe. Not Trader, that's a company, you know. But you know, good old 30330. 2020 divided by 666, which is the mark of the devil, equals the same text message that Biden has for his donations. So if you want to donate to him, you'd be donating to a weird number. Yeah, I know. And by the way, don't ever donate to anything but, for me, don't donate anywhere but americasthirdparty.com. Yeah, there's some people trying to scam me out there, and I've got to, they want me to send a driver's license to Twitter to tell them not, you know, that I'm real. And we've already done this before. Hey, Jeff, how are you, man? You can cook regular rice for less? Yes, and it's fresh. I don't know, Jeff, this is so easy. It's already pre-cooked. It's fresh as far as I'm concerned, it's as good as it gets. And remember, Jeff, this is about ease. You know, like when you were visiting Nicole Junkerman, that wonderful day, 3 days you spent with her. Remember how easy that was? You know, everything just went, it flowed. You know what I mean? Well, that's what this show's about, man. Yeah. Hey, check out my kitchen, everybody. Isn't this awesome, the cactus garden? It's just the best. Yeah. I know. She's such she speaks 4 languages. I was blown away. Yeah. Okay, so as you know, the first thing in this operation is the onion, and then we're going to get to the meat. Now, I just sharpened this butcher knife, so it's ready to go. I like to put the end of it in there like that. And then I take my hand like this. It's the easiest way to cut through an onion, I think. And then do the bottoms and just leave them hanging. Hang on, I'm off camera. Survey said. I hope everyone's doing well. I mean, aren't you glad we didn't go to the, you know, DEF CON whatever, Continuity of Government 1? We went to Continuity of Government 2, which was kind of unusual considering, yeah, we'll talk about that in the show. All right, so notice how quickly I handle the knife. It's like almost like I'm a Benihana Mongolian chef, you know. I'm going to turn this back burner on level 3 back here. I've got some mushrooms to throw in here, but mostly it's just getting the onion started. Okay, and we're going to get the oil in there. And look at that. I'm almost completely out of oil. I'm not going to even pump it up. I'm just going to drain it in there. Here we go. Oh, wow. I've got to fill this up. That's a little tricky. Yeah, I don't want to do that right now because I can always throw some butter in there. But do not cook with margarine. Do not, believe me, you'll save yourself so many problems down the road. I know it's the cheapest thing in the market, but don't even think of it. Margarine is made with turpentine, cottonseed and turpentine. Yeah. Oh yeah, you don't want to do that. It's just don't put that in your body. Let me show you what I do. I just get some butter, and if you want to taste the taste factor, you've got to get butter with salt in it. I get unsalted butter because I'm salt sensitive. Yeah, I know that. I'm always aware of everything I'm taking in. So I'm just going to cut a little piece of butter off of there, chip of that, and throw that in there too. Okay, we need to get that hot so that the onions will sizzle. So what I'm going to do is go in the other room and get those knives that I got as a gift from Meow TV. Remember that? Yeah. So I'm just going to go get those right now, which is special. David, why use something natural like lard? No. Lard is too much saturated fat, man. Yeah, let's go ahead and get into Periscope because I haven't done that yet. At least I got something going, which is nice. So how's Joe doing? Are you signing more executive orders, rescinding everything that Trump did? That's pretty funny. Feeling important. Joe's signing executive orders. Oh, it's not in Periscope. Hang on. Okay, we're Vika, remember I told you no posting here. We've talked about this 100 times, okay? I'm having drop frames on, we're having problems with Vimeo, so I'm going to pass on Vimeo and just do DLive. Previewing broadcast. All right. Isn't this great? Yeah, you can take a look at the skyline. Hello. Earth to Dave. Yeah, you can take a look at the skyline. Mute. Okay, 21st. Wow. $21.21, right? $121.21. And technology is our theme, but I'm going to talk about censorship tonight and, of course, cooking. Pandemic. That's kind of a good one. I'm going to put vaccines in there. I'm a little concerned that they're going to kick anybody off with an odd hashtag now that Twitter's been censoring everybody. So I just do basic ones. Yeah, it's like we're running gun shy against censorship now in a country that's supposed to be free and democratic. I've never seen such an appalling situation. We don't have any type of a rule that says people cannot censor. You know that, right? Add some blood? What are you, insane? You must be insane. Okay, let's move on to the broadcast here. Here is the broadcast in low res. If you want. Some blood. What are you, insane? Yeah. Yeah, I grew up with a paleo diet, so isn't that nice? Resume chatting. Why did he end the auto scroll on this chat room? Can anyone figure that one out? Yeah. Okay, I'm going to make a quick dash for the other room. Here's my theme song. Hey, yeah. So this is the amazing knife set that Meow TV got me. It's amazing, really. Kind of cool. Yeah, I mean, I'm impressed. It had a little damage in the transport. It must have got knocked because it has a little thing here where it must have hit the. But it's still okay. I mean, it's like just a little crush there. You can barely see it right there. See it when it hit the box. I didn't do that. But here is the amazing 67 layers of damasked steel. Look at that. Mint condition. Today I'm gonna use this knife right here, and I'm gonna show you how I sharpen it. So we pull it out, pull the protector off the tip. It's all set to go. Okay, so when sharpening a knife, oh, hang on, we got the onions. We're ready to go here. Onions in the pan, Dave. Nice hot sizzle here. Let's see if we can get the sizzle sound. Nope, no sizzle sound. Dang. I was a little ahead of the sizzle sound, so I can't really do the sizzle sound like I wanted to. Okay, keep that at level 3. And we're going to show you the meat here. That's the main course. Well, you know what I have? I have a little bacon I'm going to throw in there too. Yeah. Bacon is a wonderful flavoring agent for a steak. It really sets the meal into a different dimension. So it doesn't take a lot of bacon, so I just have the end of this package. Gosh, I got these packages for $2 each. Isn't that amazing? Isn't it amazing? Okay, I'm going to slice and dice this, actually take this meat and the bacon. Now, you don't need to use bacon, of course, if you're a Muslim or Jew. You know, many people are sensitive to that. Just kind of cut the bacon up a little bit here with the knife. Yeah, this knife looks like it needs a sharpening. That's why I got the sharpener out for you today. And it's all plugged in. So I'm going to throw that ball of bacon in with the onions. Kind of distribute it evenly. Ball of bacon. Ball of bacon. Oh, the onion smell. Yeah, it's coming at me. I'm closing my eye. Okay, let's go over here and pull out my 0 water container and set it over here. I just filled it up. We use filtered water that goes in the 0 water filter, so it's a triple filter. And then I put it in my organic coffee. All right. All right, so I'm going to just kind of wipe this, get a piece of paper towel. Now, when using a grinding wheel, I've got a grinding wheel right here. See that? Wow, you had a drop cam there. That's the best part of the show, I think, is the drop cam. Yeah, wasn't that fun? I mean, you literally dropped at gravity speed into the floor, and you saw my feet, Jeff? Oh, no. Jeff, we talked about this. I have perfect feet, you know that. I don't have a foot fetish, but please, you don't tell anybody, okay? No, I don't have any flip-flops on. Those are my feet. I'm barefoot, man. You know that. We've talked about this. I'm part Native American, so I like walking barefoot in the grass. It's very good for you, by the way. Okay, clean that knife off. Very nice, slick. And then I'm going to go ahead and put... Actually, I cannot handle this stuff in the way here. Yeah. So that rice is, you're right, Jeff, a lot cheaper if you buy it in bulk, like some poor person. I knew you were on a tight budget, but, you know, Mark registered a $106 million loss last year. You know that, Jeff. Yeah, how does Mark explain that? You know, nobody's asking, but I mean, tell him Tell him you're not going to drain as much of his money and you're going to buy more modest things, okay? I don't mean Mark at this channel here. This is a different Mark. I'm talking about your brother, okay? I know I'm getting a little too involved family affairs here. 106 million? What did you buy? Let me guess. All that underground bunker in St. James Island. I know. That must have cost a lot of money. Okay, so you press the button on there. You press the button on this. Lightly. That's all you need. That's all you need for a good tip, and then wipe it slightly like that. Okay, let's take a look at the meat. All right, we're taking a look at the meat now. Okay, this steak I got for 30% off of $6.15, and it is a USDA choice beef round tip silver steak. I've never had a silver steak, so beef round tips tend to be a little tough. So I'm experimenting today. You see that it's definitely it's like aged meat because I buy past due meat, you know. So I'm going to go right along the sinewy line. See that right here? You can't see it. Hang on. Boy, this knife cuts like butter. I'm cutting right against the sinew. Now, if you ever dressed an animal, this is what you have to do when you get the venison off of them. Yeah, I've never done that. I don't believe in hunting. You know, I'm not a big hunter. But I, like you, grew up with a paleo diet, and I remember my mother used to make roast beef. One of my fondest memories is roast beef. And then she'd say, David, you got to drink some of this juice. And she'd like press on the roast beef and have him hand a tablespoon of blood, is what it was. Said, here, drink this salted blood. So I had a heavy dose of that as a kid. My mother was raised on that kind of stuff. She grew up in New York, and they had the best butchers in the world, you know. So her mother was very inclined to get the best meat cuts too. Looks like I got a little piece of sinew. You don't want the sinew in the meal because it detracts from the comfort of eating something when it's tender. Now this particular cut is right above the sirloin area of the cow or of the steer. So it's right next to sirloin. I prefer top sirloin myself. You don't want to put your finger underneath the knife either because it'll go right through your finger too. Always working away from the sinew and pulling it up as you go. Okay, we're almost done. Now that wouldn't happen if you had that would not happen if you had a better cut of meat, obviously. So this is $6.99. I only used a portion of it. I'd say 2/3 of the meat. So it was, let's see, $6. Hang on. It's $6.15. All right, and that's 30% off. That is about $2 off. So $4. I'm using $3 worth of meat, just so you know. Now today I'm trying to find a way of, and always keep your eye on the knife whenever you cut. Don't ever take your eye off the knife to look at the camera like I just did. Yeah, don't do as I do as I say, that kind of thing. All right, so it is absolutely essential in making a stir fry to have meat that's without the sinew. Okay, we're good. We're done. Now you want to take this meat and just kind of shave it. Really nice and thin. I remember when I had I have another piece over here. Hang on. Now the onions are getting good. At level 3, the onions are glazing right now. And the pan's getting really hot. Okay, we're going to use all the meat cuts that we have here. Nice thin, no more than 1/4 of an inch. This knife cuts like really well. All right. Oh, see, I took my eyes off the knife for a nanosecond. Now this is how to build your body up physically, because meat is one of those things that has tons of amino acids, way more than vegetarian diets or meatless diets. And meat is not that hard to raise. It's fairly easy to raise. So this whole push toward meatless is all BS New World Order crap. They just want to make it feed us GMO soy that will cause cancer in our colon. That's what I think. This is way better for you, ironically, especially grass-fed. Okay, we're done. Now I use a kind of a marinade I throw on this before I throw it in the pan. So I will do that right now. Let me rinse off. Okay, I picked up a plate, a whole other ball game, a balsamic vinaigrette dressing I picked up a long time ago. I got these for 25 cents, so they never go bad. They're always good, especially in a glass bottle. So if you see cheap dressings, just put some of that on there. And okay. Now, what I like to do is when I cook the meat, I like to throw it in with a little bit of vegetables. So I'm going to add broccoli right now. I've got a big bag of organic broccoli I need to eat up. And I'm going to throw some stalks in there right away because those have to be eaten right away. I'm going to take the broccoli and rinse it off. Get the meat package out of there. It's organic, so I'm not really worried about it having anything on it, but it's always good to break the tops off. Take that rubber band. I sourced that rubber band in my organic. I know, you're just a little kitty cat. I'm going to put the meat in with vegetables so it cooks all together. So what I want to do is peel the sides off of this a little bit. I know. Well, you opened the door. You did pretty well. In your quest for more food, she's addicted to gravy. She doesn't want to eat the soy protein that they feed her. She's smart. Yeah. She doesn't want to be like a human and be stupid and eat soy protein. She's a smart kid. So you want to take off the hard part of the broccoli. You don't need to eat that. Now you can make a soup out of it if you're really, starving and you want nutrition. There's a lot of B vitamins in that stock. What you really want is the core of the broccoli, and we're just going to chop that up. You can also julienne it too, if you're looking for something different in terms of texture. It's an interesting way to do it. Okay, so throw that right in with the onions. And the bacon. Oh, it smells so good. And I'm going to do that same thing with the carrots. I'm going to julienne the carrots. So I'm just going to kind of slice it lengthwise. Now this gives you more of that Mongolian grill look when you're serving your meal. It adds to the texture and color. All right. How are we doing on time? We're great. 5:32. Okay. Meat doesn't need more than 15 minutes to cook at about 160 or higher, and that's plenty. So I'm going to cut it one more time down the middle, and then all that goes in the pan right now. Okay, I'm going to throw the meat in with it. So I'm just going to throw it in right there as it is. Throw it, kind of push it down onto the grill. I don't care what I use, a knife or whatever. And you can move it around. It gets a little barbecue sauce on it in the process. Yeah, barbecue sauce works too. Oh, that looks so good. And then I'm going to take my garlic powder and just throw that in there. It's organic garlic powder. Whoa, I settled spill action. There it is. Okay, I'm going to throw away that meat, that grizzle, and I'm going to throw this in the compost heap. And that all goes outside, and I don't waste anything. It all goes back in the soil. And we don't do a lot of composting per se. I mean, we don't have a hot temperature. It's better to have a hot temperature when you compost. So I keep the compost under the sink here. There you go. Okay, I wanted to give you a little sermon on the mount here. I believe that I call it David's kitchen because it literally is my kitchen. Nobody comes in here except me, and I prefer it. So, one thing you need to know about kitchens is too many cooks can spoil the broth, and it's so true. I mean, if you have 2 people in the kitchen, we've even had a nightmare kitchen video we made, Sarah and I did, where I was in total disagreement with her on people living in tents, and she didn't, understand my point of view. Anyway, it's documented. But when 2 people enter a kitchen, the stress level increases. Yeah, so we're going to use a little mushrooms, a little pepper for extra taste. And these things, you just want to make sure, with the broccoli, you just want to make sure you cut it a little bit like that, wedge it. Broccoli is a cruciferous vegetable. So what that means is it forms a cross. It forms a cross at the center of the stem. And the cruciferous vegetables are good anti-carcinogenic things. They build up your immunity. They seem to be very healthy for you. Broccoli, cauliflower. Wow, that just cuts so nice. Broccoli, cauliflower, Brussels sprouts are all cruciferous. Even, I believe, cabbage. Very good for you. I'm going to just dice this up nice and tight so it adds the flavor. And now is the time to do a little bit of garlic too. I'm going to put a little garlic in there. But yeah, too many. It's true. I mean, if you have more than one person in the kitchen, it gets weirdly kind of confusing. So sous chefs have to be very concise. They have one little area they can work when they're working in a restaurant. And I think that the challenge for a lot of restaurants is, people dancing around each other on a line. I've seen Chef Ramsay's show, and it's pretty amazing how much conflict is going on in the kitchen, Hell's Kitchen. I was thinking it'd be kind of nice to do Heaven's Kitchen. I actually cut a few episodes of that, the earliest episodes of this show. You guys have never seen it. All right, so we got our little peppers to go in there for flavoring. Right now, the beef is kind of stewing. I'm going to throw some mushrooms in there too. And by the way, a little secret I found. When you get your mushroom container, pull the plastic all the way up. Don't just dive into it. It really changes the way it ages in the refrigerator. So I'm going to pull out about just 3 mushrooms for flavor, because mushrooms do kind of add a kind of a woody, oaky flavor to a meal. Yeah, and let me rinse them off. But it's better to seal that package up completely. See how it's sealed? If you expose it to oxygen, it really it makes those oxidize faster, the mushrooms. Okay, with the steam fry technique of cooking, I don't lift that cover more than a few times. So you want to make sure everything's kind of pre-cut the way you want it for the meal before you lift that cover. So I'm just kind of chopping some ends off of this. You just want the florets to cook at the top, and they go in the last. So the florets go last because they don't take a lot of cooking, and you don't want to get them too mushy. This is the first step right now. We're gonna move everything around with a spatula. And I prefer using wood because plastic is just, so. Yeah, I hear you. Oh, you opened the door. Hang on, let me close that door again. You opened the door. You're allowed to open the door. Okay, so I got the door closed. Come on in, Amber. Join the show. I'm going to go ahead and lift that cover and give it a stir. Looking good. Push the meat around a little bit, kind of rotate it slightly, and just kind of push everything down. The base is ready. Look how the base looks good. See that? Now you throw in the secondary level, the peppers, mushrooms, and garlic. Yeah, now if you want to add something different in spice-wise, you can certainly add soy sauce. That's something, but do not add a lot of soy sauce. It's very salty. That marinade I showed you is 1/3 the salt, or 1/5 actually. So, yeah, if you're going to use soy sauce, I actually use a spray bottle. It's pretty good. Bragg's makes an organic soy sauce, but I also have a really old, because soy sauce really is kind of essential in this meal. I have a really old soy sauce that I picked up for 50 cents. And because it doesn't go bad, it smells like soy sauce to me. I put it in a shot glass like this. I put a little bit in the bottom like that. That's all you need. No more than a teaspoon. It's actually a half a teaspoon is what this would call for. And then I add a little water to it. Okay. Now that's going to go in there with the broccoli florets. And then the rice is going to go in on top of it. And the rice is normally frozen. You can microwave these on the face down. It says right here, it says, leave this self-feeding bag, place this side down about 3 minutes in a microwave. The bag must balloon up for 20 to 40 seconds. Disregard that. Unless you're pre-cooked and you're ready to serve, I'm just going to put it on top of the pan and let the heat and all the energy and all those vitamins juice up into that aromatic hydrocarbons that are, making that rice flavorsome. And it'll be a buffer in the steam fry. It'll actually hold the all the vitamins in, and you'll get a benefit of that. Isn't that great? So let me interact with chat a little bit here. Yeah, dilute your soy sauce. So Biden on his first day, he basically got rid of 11,000 jobs. Yeah, but that's what Democrats like. They like killing economies. Good point. 4 pounds of soft butter. Okay, thank you. Yeah, the Democrats are really completely out to lunch on spending. People don't know this, but the Democrats have borrowed money every single session for the past, I would say, yeah, since FDR. Pretty much. We keep going deeper into debt, and they're funding all their programs with the borrowed money. And the only way this is possible is we've got a big sugar daddy out there called the World Bank. Well, therein lies the problem. The World Bank is controlled by the New World Order, and they're using that as a tether to control our economy and our sovereignty. So we have a great opportunity to essentially bring back the United States of America. And I'm probably not the only person discussing it. I know that a lot of QAnon people are thinking that's what Trump was going to do right at the end there when he was going to supposedly charge Biden with treason, blah, blah, blah. Well, the Republicans on the far right actually believe that Trump was going to stop the whole country and we would be reverting back to America, the United States of America, which was essentially it's a bankrupt legal name at this point since 1933. Yeah. You buy from you can buy from anything you want, man. I don't need a training bra. No, I have big muscles, and that's really, really sick what you just said there. Yeah, I'm a physically strong guy. I mean, you don't want to even get near me, man. I'm built like strap steel. If I took my shirt off, I could show you the ribbing in my flabs of steel. Yeah. All right, so when you get really hot, like right now, we're going to give it another stir. Yeah, looking good. Okay, now I'm going to turn it up to a level 6 because I want to rapidly heat this. I want to make sure everything's cooked really well. So I'm going up to level 6 now. And I'm going to throw those broccoli, these things in. You ready? I put the broccoli on top, the florets. I'm going to give the splash of the soy. I'm going to open up the package, which is essentially, just pull it apart like this. And I'm just going to drop the frozen rice on top. Making sure it didn't fall over the side, which it did not, which is good. Okay, keep it at level 6, which is medium-high on a burner. And let's just cook it. Cook it. All right. Let me get my serving bowl. Oh, that's on the other refrigerator. Hang on, I got to do a departure here, stage right. One more musical interlude. So one of the things I'm going to do is downsize a spaghetti dinner that I've had for like 5 days in the refrigerator. And it's a really kind of a wet one. So what I did was I took a spaghetti and I added just diced organic tomatoes. So I'm going to put that in there and use this container for the stir fry today. Yeah, it's kind of just kind of a wet spaghetti. We had a dry spaghetti, so it got wet all of a sudden. But yeah, it's perfectly edible. And spaghettis will stay like a week in the refrigerator. Whoa! Hang on. Action camera. Yeah, they'll stay like a week in the refrigerator. So. Survey said. I'm going to rinse my hands off here. The goal is to get this pan really hot. You're sealing in all the juices. Everything's cooking in layers. Everything is beautiful in its own special way. Okay. Do we save the bag? Okay. In this instance, no. It's got a hole in it. But I've been known to take tape and seal the bags and use them again. Yeah. I'm very concerned about plastic waste, way more than the Democrats, I assure you. Okay. I have a little extra floret here. I'm going to take this and wipe this oil off here with a floret, using it as a cleaning rag. See that? Waste not, want not. The quick transfer, did you see the move I made? Very quick. So this is kind of the cleanup stage in the meal, and I'm just getting everything prepped. Always be cleaning when you're in a meal. Always be cleaning up after yourself if you can. Well, that's fairly clean. I mean, it's not like dishwasher clean. It's paper towel clean. It's illegal alien clean, you know. Illegal aliens are cleaning people's houses in America right now. Oh yeah. I personally know somebody who pays an illegal alien money to clean their house. You know, I'm not going to turn them in, you know. You wouldn't believe what they get. And I think now that we're allowing all these illegal aliens in, and we're going to have a very open door policy and amnesty for all, Biden's going to have a little problem at the border because that's not the message you want to send to a country that can barely feed its homeless people. I mean, seriously. Okay, let's open the hatch and give it a little stir. Kind of push everything together. Jam it in together. There you go. And close it up. You're still on level 6. We're not rotating yet. Put this in the refrigerator. And the important thing when storing vegetables is you keep the oxygen, you know, from rotating into it. The more oxygen they encounter, vegetables have like a natural gas that they create a seal. When vegetables deteriorate in a bag, if you let oxygen in, they really deteriorate. They oxidize. So, all right. Well, we're almost ready to throw stuff together. Remember, I jacked this up to 6. Tom, a little soy sauce is not going to create man titties. And I don't have man titties, okay? If you want to see my physique, you can see it on at Fiscal Hot Tub, all 3 separate words. Fiscal, Fiscal, hot, Hot, tub, Tub. Yeah, you'll see the whole thing there. All right. Okay, we're getting ready for rotation. I'm going to put that knife away. I wiped it off. I'm going to rinse the knife off, actually. There we go. Okay. Put the tip back on. Tip protector. Whoa, whoa. Okay, and then put that insert so it stays right there. Thank you. Okay, we're all set to rotate in a big way here. Now we do the big stir. Check it out. Bring everything together and rotate, bottom to top. It's still cooking in its own heat, so it's perfect to leave set on the stove, but I'm at level 6, so I'm just going to give it a little more time, kind of let it set, and then I'll put it in the container. Yeah, everything's cooked. You don't want to put regular rice in there. It's got to be pre-cooked rice. If you use regular rice, you'll have the crunchiest, most horrible dinner on earth. Yeah. People would like be grinding their teeth on the rice. You have to cook the rice. But if you want to, the meat was about $3. So I have to bring the price up. The broccoli was $1, and the other ingredients, yeah, was $1.50 for the rice. So I'm going to go 4, 5, $6.50. I'll take it up to 7. I really, unless you're using packaged, ground beef, I want this to be good for you. So actually, I'm going to keep it at 6 because you could pretty much do that if you do make your own rice. 6 for 6. So in the interest of the 6, we'll use that, okay? 6 for 6. Not 6 or 6, Dave. 6 for 6. Thank you. Gracias. Okay, we're done. We turn everything off. This goes in the dishwasher. Give it a quick rinse so it doesn't cake up. I have a 27-year-old dishwasher. I swear, it's amazing. It's 27 years old. Yeah, it still runs. See that? It used to have a white cover on it, so I just got a stainless steel cover. The stainless steel cover was like $40, so it looks a lot nicer with a stainless steel cover, and it, you know, since it still works. No, I'm not going to show you the inside of it. No. But I do keep it clean. You know, I make sure you got to deal with mold when you get an old thing like that, you know. I'm sorry, are you admiring my sculpted body? I'm working on my obliques. You can see that, right? You're already rewinding the video to see my feet, I know. It's tough. I could be a foot model. Okay, so we're going to put the entire dinner in this bowl. Ta-da, ta-da-da-da-da. Ladies and gentlemen, preparing for the dismounting of the food. Just pour it right in there. Right in there. And keep the heat down. So, you know, when you cover it up fairly quickly, it cooks in its own heat. All right. You're all set to serve. You can put a little Parmesan on that. That would work. But it is ready to go. Very colorful meal. This concludes another wonderful deal meal. The deal meal. Thank you for spending time at David's Kitchen. I will be back in the other room in about 2 minutes. See you then. Bye-bye.